Hello, my name is Chris and I'm a U-Haul hitch professional. If you're planning on towing a trailer with your Toyota Grand Highlander, then you're going to need trailer wiring. It is required by the law. Now let's take a look at how to complete this installation. You'll need the following tools or supplies to complete this installation. If you plan to tow an RV camper that has electric trailer brakes, we have found that the CURT electric brake controller is the best option. We have another video and review on this. I will link it above. In order to power the CURT Eco brake controller, you will need a 7-way with a dedicated 12-volt power line. Now, in order to get that, you will in fact need to install the 4-flat harness and converter box. We will begin by installing this and work our way down. Begin this installation in the rear cargo area of the vehicle on the driver's side. This is the 3rd row seat cup holder. We're going to remove it by gently pulling it up. The connector for our wire harness can be found right here under the cup holder. Now connect the mating adapters. We will ground the white wire between this plastic recess in the vehicle body. So let's remove the fastener with a 10mm socket and an extension. Now pass the ring terminal between the plastic and vehicle body. Give it a pull test, make sure you have the ring terminal secured, and then finish securing the fastener. Hide and secure the converter box using the double-sided tape. Pass the converter box under this existing electrical harness. Remove the other side of the tape. Aim the converter box facing forward with the wires facing rearward for a nice snug fit. You're ready to install the second component of the 4-flat harness, which is the 4-flat connector. The Toyota adapter for this is kind of hiding in the fascia, a little hard to get to, but we'll show you where it's at. On the driver's side, above the exhaust, you will find 3 adapters. 2 are connected. This 3rd one simply has a cap with no wiring. This is our tow harness. You can see the tab on the cap, and now plug in your new extension. Route your 4-flat connector to near the receiver. For those of you who are only installing a 4-flat, you can now mount the connector on a bracket. This bracket is not included with the kit, but can be picked up at your nearest local U-Haul hitch center. Install the provided 15 amp fuse and cover it with the cover. Tuck the fuse holder conveniently out of the way. Replace the cup holder. We will now continue forward with the installation of the U-Haul exclusive 4- and 7-way socket. Note that the 4-flat connector will piggyback on the 4-flat that we've already installed. For the additional wires in the harness, we will ground the white wire eventually. We do not need the reverse wire, as my customer's trailer does not have reverse lights. If your customer needs reverse lights, you will have to follow the manufacturer's directions to find the reverse light and get the signal. The blue wire for our hardwired brake controller under the dash is what we are purposely trying to avoid. So we will not be installing anything on the blue wire. We need only to install the dedicated 12-volt power line for our Eco brake controller. For the 12-volt charge line, you will need to provide a fuse holder and 12-gauge power wire. I'm going to go ahead and use the U-Haul exclusive Power Wire 1. Again, not included with the kit, but can be purchased at your nearest local U-Haul hitch center, or you can order one from the link in the description. Our Power Wire 1 does include the fuse holder. As well, it is pre-braided for abrasion resistance. So for that reason, I'm going to start in the engine compartment and work backwards. Use a fishing device like a wiring pole or extra length of wire to pass down the engine compartment firewall, so we can retrieve our Power Wire 1 and bring it up. Avoid any hot or moving components. Retrieve your fishing device, tape your Power Wire 1 to it, and pull it into the engine compartment. Now route the power wire behind any electrical or vacuum lines you find so that they can be used as securement points. Go underneath the bracketry for your brake master cylinder and bring it to near the fuse box. Depress the tab on the cover to open. I'm going to use this as a power point, but rather than alter the fuse cover, I'm going to pass the wire up from underneath. This is a little tricky, but it can be done. Remove this fastener with a 10mm socket. Place on the ring terminal of the fuse holder and then re-secure the fastener. Replace your fuse cover. Connect your power wire and fuse holder. Be sure to cover the hot lead of the fuse holder while you move forward. Use zip ties to secure the fuse holder and power wire, working all the slack rearward. Now lower the underbody panel so you can pass the power wire underneath it and rearward. There are 3 types of fasteners: 10mm sockets, trim clips that pop out, and plastic fasteners that unscrew with a large flat blade screwdriver. In these locations, the underbody panel will need to be pulled from the clip. Now route the power wire rearward using brackets as anchor points along the way. Follow the plastic vacuum lines rearward till you are past the gas tank. Be sure to go over any hot or moving parts at the rear of the vehicle. Secure using zip ties along the way. At the rear, pass the power wire over the hitch for easier hiding later. For this Grand Highlander installation, I have found a great point that I can ground to without having to utilize this ground point and drill a hole. So I'm going to alter it and put on a ring terminal that's not provided with the kit. First though, I'm going to pass the wire over the hitch, just like the power wire, but only from the rear forward. If you use a heat shrink butt connector, be sure to melt the heat shrink with a heat source, like a butane torch. I will use this exhaust bolt as my grounding point. Remove it using a 12mm socket. Loosen the second bolt just a couple of turns to gain access with the wire. Pass your ring terminal into position and then tighten the second fastener. Now re-secure the second fastener, passing it through the bracket and the ring terminal. You can now connect your routed power wire to the black wire on your 7-way socket. Because I always prefer heat shrink butt connectors, I'm going to swap one in. I'm now going to use some electrical tape to turn all this loose wiring into a bundle. As well, you may want to tape together the 2 4-flat connectors. The U-Haul 7-way socket does include a bracket for mounting. Because of the Grand Highlander's design and the location of the potential kick sensor, this creates some potential challenges when mounting our 7-way socket. U-Haul has you covered with another electrical bracket you can purchase from your nearest local U-Haul Hitch Center. This bracket creates a flange for us to mount the provided bracket to without drilling into the vehicle fascia. Use the provided band clamp to secure the bracket to the hitch. Pull the clamp hand tight and roll the screw into position. You can now tighten the clamp using an 8mm socket. Use the provided button head screws to secure the 2 brackets together. For the 7-way, you will use the outside-most holes, and then secure with the nuts. Secure this hardware using a Phillips bit and a 9mm socket. Pass the wiring into the bracket and mount the socket. Secure this hardware with a flathead screwdriver and a 9mm socket. Now let's secure up all this excess wiring and zip tie it to a flange behind the fascia. Return your underbody panel. The large plastic fasteners simply need to be pressed into position, and then the remaining fasteners can be returned. Remember to slide the panel into the plastic clip for the 10mm fastener. You now need to install a fuse into your fuse holder. Because this charge line is for our Echo brake controller, we are going to use a 30-amp mini fuse. You can now test your wiring, confirm your 12-volt power line is active, and that the rest of the functionalities work. Our 7-way socket and 12-volt charge line are now installed. You are ready for towing with the Echo brake controller. Remember, it can be purchased from your nearest U-Haul Hitch Center, or it can be ordered online from the link in the description. Please remember to practice safe trailering, and I can't wait to see you out there. If you have any questions about the products seen in this video, or if you'd like to schedule an installation with your local U-Haul Hitch professional, please visit us online at uhaulhitches.com. You can also download the U-Haul app using the link in the description for even more ways to manage your hitch and towing needs.